Go ahead and get this started. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for being here today. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think there would be this much interest over me resigning as a basketball coach. So I just want to thank you guys for being here for that. Before we introduce Coach Jackson, I want to make sure that I thank the appropriate people. My coaches over the years, I'm not sure if Coach Nixick is in here. Coach Nixick, Coach DePauli, Coach Harbert, obviously my family, my beautiful wife Holly, and JJ, Jackson, Cooper, and obviously all my guys, my players from this year, and there's a number of players that are not here, but I just want to say thank you to them for my 4 years of being here as a head coach and 8 years of being here as a basketball coach. The beautiful thing about this resignation is really my time to continue to mentor and having the opportunity to hire Luke as my predecessor here as our men's basketball coach, which is really the thing that made this decision on my behalf as easy as it was. This was a situation for me that, in order to honor my family and to honor my profession, I knew that this was a decision that I had to come to at some point in time. And in actuality, it's kind of ironic how it happened. This past December, we had, for the first time in 17 years as a head coach, I had about a 10-day window during Christmas break. So the first time ever, I gave our guys a week off. And we were kind of right in the middle of a time where we weren't playing real well, and I was frustrated. And my frustration, as anybody in this room that has coached or involved with athletics, you end up just kind of grinding your teeth, and you end up doing more and more and more. And all of a sudden during break, I kind of took a step back and had a chance more to hang out and be a husband and be a father. And during that time, I wrote myself a resignation letter. And wasn't quite sure why I was doing it. It was more just to relieve stress. But the more I read that as the next couple of months transpired, it made more and more sense. And one of the things that I went to my Vice President, Michael Fuller, and our President, Joe Womack, on was with giving me the ability as a 17-year veteran of high school and college basketball in this town to use my strength and use some connections and possibly find who my predecessor was. Because if I found that person, I knew it would be that much easier for me to resign. And through my short list, Luke wasn't on it. It wasn't until I was actually visiting my mother, who's over here in a rehabilitation center over here in South Eugene, that I was walking out of Albertsons, and Luke was walking across the parking lot, and we saw each other and went over and started chatting and just kind of catching up. I haven't seen Luke for a number of years, actually. And he was asking me, "Hey, Coach, how are things going for you? You know, I know you're the athletic director and you're the head coach over there at Northwest Christian. That, first of all, that's a great job to have, but that's got to be really difficult to have both positions like that." And pretty much right then and there, I kind of just barfed on him and just kind of told him how it was going, not literally. Not literally. And it was that next day or that following Monday, and I don't remember which. Either Luke texted me or I texted him, and just wanted to get together and chat a little bit. And so we did that. And Luke came to me and basically said, "Hey, it sounds like almost you need maybe like a year off or like a sabbatical. Hey, I'm looking for a reason to stay in basketball, maybe to get done playing, but boy, this would be a great opportunity for me if you wanted me to come in here and do this for a year." And I was like, "Luke, I don't want that at all. I want someone to come in here and do this and be basically full-time and take this position over and allow me to be an AD and allow me to be a dad and allow me to be a husband." And his eyes got even bigger because I think that's what he was looking for even more so. And the more we talked, the more we continued to talk, and then we talked some more, it just kept getting more and more clear. And eventually I got him into the office with Michael Fuller, and he came out and he's like, "Anderson, you're 100% right." And then Michael and I met with our president, and sure enough, President Womack knew exactly that we were going in the right direction at that time, and at that time is when he gave both Michael and I the blessing to go ahead and go with this. And I tell you what, it is so exciting for me as our athletic director and as a basketball coach to bring in somebody that has the basketball pedigree, the faith background, just the character that Luke carries with him, obviously through his mom and dad, Kathy and Steve over here. And I'm just so excited to have him as a strong Christian man, as a family man, as a husband, as a father, as a son, to come in and allow me to still be a part of things as the AD and to continue to mentor. So with that, I would like for the second time, I introduced them to our basketball boys yesterday, but for the first time publicly, I would like to introduce Coach Luke Jackson.
Thank you guys very much. I am extremely excited about this opportunity. It's been an interesting process getting to this point in my life. Getting to know Corey over the years and playing against him, and getting to know Michael Fuller and President Womack has really made this transition from being around the game as a player and, taking over as head coach really comfortable. And I feel like my basketball journey and my background and the mentors that I've had over the years are really going to serve the team well. And I know that I've been a player professionally and in college, and I've had success there, but it's really not about me here. It's about the guys, and it's about me being able to help them get better. And I feel like I'm well suited to do that. And I'm just really excited to be a part of NCU and everything that's going on here. And I look behind me and I see all these basketball trophies, and I know that there's a rich heritage, and hopefully I can write my own chapter in NCU's history. And I'm so thankful for this position. I'm thankful to Corey and to President Womack and to Michael Fuller and just this whole community of people that I'm starting to get to know. And I really can't wait to get started. So once again, I've had a basketball career, and I know that doesn't always translate into coaching, and I'm not naive to that fact. But as a player, when I was 22 years old, having 2 herniated discs and thinking that I was going to have to walk away from the game at 22, I started thinking about coaching, and I started thinking about what would I do, and I started going to coaching meetings and writing down the things that I liked, the things that I didn't like. And I was lucky enough to play for 9 years, but I was thankful for every day because I thought it was going to be over right away. I had doctors multiple times tell me that I wasn't going to play ever again. I was just lucky to continue to do that. But once again, this isn't about me at all. It's about NCU, and it's about the players that are coming in. And I'm so excited to be able to help these guys, many of which are here right now. And I'm just thankful for this opportunity, and I'm going to put my best foot forward to do the best that I can.
We'll open it up for questions.
Luke, do you have any nerves at all about jumping in as a head coach right away without having been an assistant before? I mean, do you have any nerves, any trepidation about that role?
I think it's the things away from the basketball court that I have a little bit of nervousness about, I guess. Anxiousness, maybe. I feel very comfortable in my own skin in the role of teacher. And, I started collecting things that I thought would work well from a teaching standpoint a long time ago, and I feel like from that I'm fairly well prepared. But as a first-year coach, looking at my staff, I want to get guys with a lot of experience, and I think that will serve me well. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Are you surprised at how quickly this happened? It sounds like 2 months ago this wasn't an opportunity, and now here you are.
Just coming back and being part of the community, I was kind of amazed how many opportunities from different places were starting to come my way, and just thinking about continuing to be around the game and to coach. And I'm shocked at how fast that it happened, but I'm very comfortable with it, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to be a part of NCU and everything that's going on here. And definitely as a first-year coach, it's a little bit of a whirlwind, but I think and the way that I remember college and everything that I went through, I just want to be able to give that to the guys. And I think that I can do a good job of doing that.
Do you feel pressure this being basically your hometown and the town that you started in college and the town that you're so well known in? Do you feel pressure because of that?
Not really, not at all. I mean, I've never done anything in my life halfway, so I'm not coming into this thinking, this is just some opportunity. I'm taking it very seriously like I would anything else, but once again, it's about the players, and it's about helping them on the basketball court and growing as young men. And for me, at the end of the day, the way I've always been is you do the best that you can, and you can hang your hat on that. Whether you get knocked down 100 times, you'll still be able to get up in the morning knowing that you gave the best that you had. So,
Is it, while you might enjoy being around the game again, is it going to be tough to take that back seat and not be the one out there playing?
I'm sure that there's going to be times that I'm going to miss playing, and every single basketball player that's ever played the game goes through that. I'm excited about the role as coach and being a mentor. Honestly, I'm at the place where my body just won't allow me to play anymore, so that's just not an option. So, I've accepted that. I have nothing else to prove, and I feel like because of my experience and building myself into the player that I was, I think that I can really help guys grow and succeed and take their games to possibly levels that they didn't know they could go to, and that's what excites me now.
Did you always envision yourself coming back home when your playing career was over?
I have such a great, strong, close family that I think it would be really hard for me to leave. The people of Eugene and Cresswell, where I grew up, have always been very kind to me, and so I feel very blessed to be able to be given this opportunity and be a part of the community, and it feels really good.
You mentioned getting people around you with experience. What are some of the other first moves you plan to make as a head coach?
Well, I think my first few moves are going to involve the team and getting to know those guys and sitting down with them one-on-one and letting them know exactly what I'm going to expect of those guys and just see where they're at. I mean, that's what it's about. It's not about me. It's about them. And the next step is going into a interviewing process with a few assistant coaches. I have a short list of guys already, and I just want to surround myself with people that are going to challenge me and people that have experience. So,
Have you thought about what kind of coach you'll be, what your coaching philosophy is, what you'll want to bring to the court?
Yeah, over the years, I think as I looked at my mentors and my coaches, I think the biggest thing that you pull away from it is the style that you don't want and the things that you don't want to do and the things that you don't want to bring to a team. And I think a good coach is flexible and puts guys in the best position to make it easy for them so they don't have to worry about their coach. They can just worry about winning the game. And I think ultimately coaches that are flexible, going with the strengths of their team instead of sticking with one particular style are the ones that are most successful without getting into too much X's and O's.
What do you think you being hired as coach will do for NCU basketball? I mean, obviously there's a lot of press here and a lot of attention now. What do you feel like your role is going to be in playing, marketing for the team?
Well, I hope that, me coming in as head coach can bring a lot of publicity to the school. It's already a fine institution, and it's right in Eugene, and I think that there's no reason why a lot of kids from the area and out of state can't come here and have an incredible education and be a part of something that's special. And I look forward to, getting to know the staff here and just getting out there and promoting NCU. And that's what it's all about right now. It's about NCU and promoting the program and the school and the university, and hopefully I can do a good job of that.
How much familiarity did you have with the school and with the athletic department before now? Because having played here and grown up in Crespo, how much did you know about this place?
I know about Matt Sands, and I know that he was from Crow and that he was a great player. I've known Corey for a long time. I played against him in high school, and I've popped in the office from time to time. I've had 4 or 5 of my really good friends like Ben Voog, Josh Harbert, Jordan Humphreys, all these guys that I've played with or helped them out in the summer. So the basketball circle is a small circle, and I'm getting to know. I'm excited to get to know the alumni and bring them in as part of a really close circle of guys. And Coach Lip, who was here for a really long time, I had a relationship with him as well. So I feel like NCU is really strategically in a great place, geographically, to be a great hotbed for basketball. So I'm excited to be a part of that.
Can you tell us about your role in mentoring young men?
Being a man of faith, and the fact that NCU has proven to stand by their values as a school and an institution over time, that's something that drew me here. And it's something that a guy like me who has lived through so many different things, I feel like I can bring my experiences and what I've learned through my failures and my successes to them, and hopefully they can take something away from that, because I have had a unique journey, and I think that hopefully they'll find that interesting.
What is it that you've been doing the past couple of years? I know you're Israel, right?
Yeah, last year I played in Jerusalem in Israel in the EuroLeague, and I've just been taking some time off, watching a lot of basketball, and really had a conversation going with Corey and President Womack and everyone for a while now, and I'm just excited to really engulf myself in this university and really give it everything I've got.
How many of your players knew who you were when you were introduced yesterday?
I'm not really sure. But I would say a couple of them. Obviously it's been a long time since I played here, and I think most of the guys probably 10, 12 years old back then. So I don't expect that they've seen a lot of old highlights, and so
Black and white.
Yeah. So.
How much do you plan on pulling from your sources within the university to try and help you through this?
Well, I still feel like I have a great relationship with the U of O, and I'm so thankful that I was able to be a part of that. So much of my success has been because of everything that they had given me. And so, one of the things that I've always tried to do is maintain relationships, and certainly having them right across the street hopefully can be beneficial to our guys, and and vice versa.
You mentioned that it was a long time ago, but what is it that you remember the most about playing, as a Duck, and what's some of your memories from that time?
I think my best memories are just the friendships and the battles that you go through, and that's what you remember. That's what you take away from it. It's just nothing in the world beats a goal where you're investing your time and your energy. And when you do that constantly with guys that you love and you care about, you're going to hold on to those memories for the rest of your life. And that's what I've got. I've got lifelong friendships, and the coaches that I stay in touch with, and I owe a lot to those guys, and that's something that you hold on to for a long time, and that's what I hope to be able to give these guys, is the same type of experience that I had.
Any other questions? Once again, thank you for coming out here this afternoon. We're excited about this next phase of not only NCU basketball, NCU athletics, and just Northwest Christian University in general. So once again, thank you, Coach Jackson, and thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.